I got Kenshin. So, this is a PS1 Japanese import game. So, I am limited to what I can understand and learn about the game. So, first, of course, talking about the physical goods. Like most PAL and Japanese games, it has a much superior case over the American one. Not really much though. It does have a booklet. I have them sitting to the side. The CD looks very nicely pressed too. Now it comes with what I got. Actually, apparently, as far as I understand, has everything with it, which came with stickers that weren't used, a little mini postal, and man, do I mean mini postal. And it has some additional controls in it. It kind of reminds me of the Siren game on the PS3, where it had a little pamphlet. And then it has a really big, decently sized colored booklet that has a lot of nice colors in it. It's pretty nicely designed, to be honest, for a PS1 game. I don't really have a lot of Japanese PS1 games, but so far this booklet really takes the cake on that. It definitely has shitloads of screenshots and lots of information in there, so it definitely does a pretty decent job in conveying the message of how combat works. Let's see. So, yeah, here's some pictures of the characters. The main characters, you can be a female or a male. And to my understanding, there are slight differences to the story. So, if you choose a different sex character, there is some minor differences to my understanding. Of course, Kenshin, all the cast seems to pretty much be here. Or even the Shimigumi people in that. No, wait, that ain't what the... Wait. I'm trying to remember. Shimigumi were the people fighting the state, weren't they? Oh, I'm a little rusty on my Japanese crap. But, you got a lot of shops and that. It's a pretty nice and very detailed book. Sad it doesn't do its English-speaking audience very much. But, so this is an RPG. So, just to make that clear again, it's an RPG if that wasn't right there detailed enough. You know, RPG. But it's a very interesting combat system. Items work very simply. You want to know what the combat system kind of reminds me? It doesn't play out the exact same way, but I'm kind of improving this. Improving. Very bad improving. We're just singing a song here. Where is that game? I know exactly what I'm looking for. I just trying to look for it really fast. There it is. It reminds me of Thousand Arms combat system a bit. If you don't know anything about Thousand Arms, it featured a combat system where you have 3 characters and they're in a line and one at a time fights basically. But Thousand Arms had an additional system where the characters were actually in the back and could sometimes do certain things. But mainly it was a one-on-one match. Rurouni Kenshin's RPG kind of has a similar, well, really the exact same thing, except for the back row. Really, all it does is one-on-one, character gets knocked out, next person in the row comes up. Now, combat is what I think is really interesting, and it is not similar to Thousand Arms. You have sword techniques. Basically, you have high, medium, low, and different ones counter and or overcome others. Like doing the same thing, both people will obviously just ping ping, nobody does anything. But certain ones override another, so it's a rock, paper, scissors kind of system where you can overcome their attacks all out and do damage. And you can also do systems where you both just take damage and shit. So, kind of planning out your sword technique, because it's kind of like that fighting RPG game, Legend of Ligania, I believe, or something like that, where you choose like a combo thing with your sword techniques. I can't remember how many there were. I think there were 4 actually, not 3 though. If I can look through the booklet. Because I played it when I first started. No, let's see. Yeah, there was only 3. There's high, medium, and low. So actually, yeah, it is a direct rock and paper scissors kind of thing with the sword techniques. Though you do have special sword techniques you can throw in the middle of that too. So you can throw a bit of a curveball in there too. But and each character has their own type of sword techniques too. So. But really, it all is trying to plan your sword combo to overcome your opponents. Now, it's just one-on-one. Usually, multi-fights, you just have your team and then the whole enemy team, and it's basically just knocking each other out, and the next person in the line comes out. So it's not anything super complicated. The sprites are 2D. You explore Kyoto and other places. You progress through the game. It's pretty standard RPG fare, nothing too special there. You can buy items, upgrade weapons and things and that. So there's nothing too particularly special there. Now the story, of course, is going to be really hard to talk about, being a game that's in Japanese with limited English stuff and information. That, to my understanding, and this is probably quite inaccurate or very, very minimalistic, to my understanding, the story has to do with a bunch of different warriors that are being, like, hypnotized or something. Because I've ran into, like, 2 of them, and, like, the characters brought them back to the dojo, the Western stuff, so, and their eyes were different. So it seems like these different warriors are being hypnotized and are hunting or just brutally beating the living fuck out of people, killing them outright. So that's about as much as I know about the story so far. So it seems like maybe somebody's trying to start a war again, maybe. But there was only one English guide on the game. So there's limited information on the game, sadly, in a similar way of Tom Sawyer's RPG. But it looks very nice. It's 2D, like I said, so it definitely has pretty nice sprite work for the PS1. And combat's pretty nice. It has a lot of different sword sprite attacking animations, so it's definitely a little interesting in that regard. Would I recommend getting it? If you don't, if you don't mind it being Japanese and that, of course, sure, it seems interesting enough, and there is an English guide to get through the game. So it does have the bare minimum information to get through the game. I've been enjoying it so far, and I will probably at some time do maybe a quick let's play of it using the guide. I will probably do it in a very post-game style though. But either way, it's very nice. I was able also to get really cheap on eBay for a very decent price, and considering it has everything with it and is in decent condition, that's not too bad. I only got for like $2 of that. So, and ironically, I owe Juuyuushi for the really good pricing on that, because it was Juuyuushi's his recommendation of sellers to buy games from, which most of my eBay purchases have came from. So this was from one of Juuyuushi's recommendations of a person to buy imports from, and he is definitely cheap, but you do have to fight people to win the bid. But he has tons of shit to bid on, so the more uncommon, like the more popular the game is, the more likelihood you'll have to fight for it, and the more unlikely, like I had no one fighting for the Kenshin or the Legend of Heroes 2. These I had no war with. 2 people were trying to get Tales of Rebirth for me, so, but they were very cheap. I got them all for like $2 each, so I got a really good deal on those. But yeah, if you get into a bid war with somebody, yeah, the price is going to go up. But anyway, I think it's a very interesting game. Obviously, like I said, there's only so much I can really talk about it, being in a foreign language, and a lot of it involved figuring it out and stuff, and reading about it. But aside from combat, it's pretty standard RPG affair. So it's definitely pretty enjoyable so far from what I played. I definitely look forward to trying to do something more with it in the future when I get more free time from overtime that I'm currently doing. So until next time, I'll see you all later. If you have questions, comments, or anything about the game, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will gladly give you a reply to that. And I will see you all next time.